That is the car of Matt Hipkins. He was the race 1 winner. He's got Joshua North next to him. It's a good stop by Darren Ransom with a checkered flag on his roof that's made the best of the starts from the second row. He's trying to squeeze between the two front row drivers as they head down to Clervaux Corner for the first time. It's North that's got his nose in front, but it's the Hipkins car that's on the inside line. It's Hipkins and Ransom first and second. North is third, and a good stop by Steve Richardson. He's got ahead of Greg Hill in Class A. He's up to 4th place overall as well. Pete O'Connor is going to separate the two Class A leaders, I think, as they come through Hawthorne and onto the back stretch. So it's Hipkins leading, Ransom from 4th up to 2nd place, and then in 3rd place it's Joshua North.
Yeah, Darren Ransom get the car off the line all right, can't he? Is that DePrato that's pulled off already? A big dive up the inside here from Ransom into Tower. They're going to lean on each other quite a lot now, and I think they are side by side. They're lucky that Hipkins didn't go around there. I think Ransom let him have it, didn't he, after all of that? So Hipkins still leads from Ransom, but Darren Ransom quick at the start, very keen to get on with things on this opening lap, using that experience of being a front runner a year ago. So he leads as they head off to the back of the circuit.
Yeah, off up towards Sunny they go then for the first time in this race. Hipkins and North were, as I say, coming to blows at Tower Corner there, but fortunately both of them survived. They'll be shortly heading into the complex for the first time, and again it's nose to tail. It's still the same order. Hipkins ahead of North in 2nd place. Of Ransom, I should say, in 2nd place, and North in 3rd position. O'Connor's got himself ahead of Steve Richardson now and back into 4th position. Richardson has Chris Lawrence between himself and Greg Hill now. I think we had a spin for one car as well at the complex.
Steve Croxford, he did a similar thing earlier too, so the ex-Renault 5 man having a bit of a difficulty there, but he'll get back going, I'm sure. But Matt Hipkins has held off the challenge for now. So Peter O'Connor got the better of Steve Richardson at the complex, so he will now try and chase after some of his classmates. Paul Clark's mirror is missing. DePrato is there, so it must be his teammate Taylor Norton that's pulled off. Not sure if there was an incident through the chicane that triggered that, but it's Richardson, Hill, DePrato, the top 3 in the 182s, but nothing can separate the top 3. Matt Hipkins was very good in defence earlier, wasn't he, over Josh North, who said it's quite difficult to overtake in single make racing round here. So can Darren Ransom do anything about that? I wonder if that's why Ransom was so keen on the opening lap to try and get it done, because now that everyone settles in, it's a bigger challenge. But through the S's, they will go then for the 2nd time of asking, where Matt Hipkins leads and Darren Ransom in 2nd, Josh North 3rd, and we'll see if Peter O'Connor can close in at all. He was just over a 2nd behind at the start of the lap.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got 11 minutes of the race left to go. It was because it was a 14-minute race rather than a 15-minute race because of the earlier delays. Obviously with 1 or 2 issues with our cameras up at the top of the circuit, but it's side by side as they come back into the complex here, and it's going to be Ransom up on the inside for the next element, and he's going to get the lead, is he, away from Matt Hipkins, and he is through. So Hipkins is through, but back on the inside now. There's contact there. It's Ransom that's holding on. Hipkins might lose a place here to Joshua North now on the drag out of the corner. North has got himself pretty much fully in front, and yeah, he does indeed go now down to Clervaux Corner with the two of them side by side. It's Hipkins back through on the inside there, so all happening in the past few corners, Josh.
It's not a bad thing that Ransom and North and Hipkins rather have got similar colours, because they've been trading plenty of paint over the course of the first couple of laps of this. But Ransom's ahead now, so we'll see if he can get away from Hipkins. Looked like DePrato was slowing, by the way, at the end of the lap, so his problems persist. Hipkins 2nd. Wait, here comes North. He couldn't get past him in the earlier race. If he wants to win this, he might need to get on with it, because Ransom's getting away. Big dent in the door of Ransom's car after that incident at the hairpin. He runs a little bit wide there at Tower Corner. Peter O'Connor did the fastest lap on the last lap, but that wasn't particularly fast in comparison to the earlier race. So they head off through the Jim Clark S's in the same order. Within Class A, it's Steve Richardson who led by a couple of seconds actually over Greg Hill. Paul Clark was 3rd. 4th was Mark Witherington.
That's right. So Peter O'Connor with the best lap of the race so far, 1:40.496. Richardson and Hill in the first two Class A cars separated by just about 2 seconds at the start of this lap. But it's Darren Ransom in the lead of the race then. From in 2nd place Joshua North, 3rd is Matt Hipkins. No, it's not. It's the other way around, isn't it? Hipkins be ahead of North here, and then Pete O'Connor in 4th position. And those two have got a slight lead over Chris Lawrence, but what was the gap there? It was 1.8 seconds. I think Chris Lawrence might have closed that a bit to the first 4 now as they come through this time. Joshua North is going to overlap again here with Hipkins on the way into Clervaux Corner, and Ransom a little bit unsettled as well ahead of them. So Hipkins it is holding on to P2 there. Josh North in 3rd and Pete O'Connor in 4th place. But these first 4 really still anyone could win it, I think. They just need to keep down Ransom in sight.
The lap time's quite a lot slower in the earlier race, so under the track conditions aren't ideal. North's having another go here up towards Tower. He's on the outside line of Matt Hipkins. He brakes very late into Tower Bend. Around the outside he goes, and Josh North, well, he tried to do so much in race 1, didn't he, to get past Matt Hipkins. He's done it this time. He's up into 2nd position, and we'll see if he has the pace on Darren Ransom ahead.
Absolutely right. So it's a shame we've lost a few cars already. Lost Norton to Prato's now into the pit lane as well. So I think that leaves us with 16 cars circulating. We've also had a couple of non-starters as well, which has meant that we're a few cars down.
Lawrence was about 4 tenths quicker than O'Connor last time, so it felt like he was catching more than that.
No,
really,
I thought so too.
So good to see Lawrence seems to be up to speed this time, where in the previous race he was struggling a little.
He seems to have lost a bit of ground there that time, but we'll see. Bit of damage then to the car of Ransom from some of the earlier contact, I think. Ransom it is though that still leads. Joshua North now 2nd, Matt Hipkins 3rd, Pete O'Connor in 4th. And as far as the Class A battle is concerned, well, it's the battle for 2nd really that's a bit more interesting, because Greg Hill is being caught by the slightly paler green car of Paul Clark, with Steve Richardson now about 2 seconds ahead of Hill.
Josh North's just done the best lap of the race despite passing Hipkins, so he is looking like a contender here, and he's caught quite a bit, I'd suggest, in the first few corners of this lap. So Josh North is going after Darren Ransom. The gap was 8 tenths at the start of the lap, but that fraction quicker was North, and they're pulling away now from the race 1 winner, Matt Hipkins, who has Peter O'Connor on his bumper, heading down towards Tower Bend. Through the right-hander they go, a bit wider for Hipkins, tighter line taken by Pete O'Connor. There's Steve Richardson, the Class A leader. There's Greg Hill in 2nd. There's Paul Clark in 3rd. They have pulled away from Mark Witherington, who's there in 4th position. And then Oscar Swanton is 5th, and Christina Lowe completes the top 6 within Class A.
Battles all the way down the order, because in 15th and 16th you've got Ryan Earl and Steve Croxford doing battle. Ryan in his first race meeting in the Clio Sport Championship, the 36-year-old production manager from Norwich, doing battle with Steve Croxford, the former Renault 5 racer, as Josh was saying. Now there's damage here to Josh North's car in 2nd place.
I presume he's been off round the back, hasn't he? He hasn't lost much time, but it's dislodged the front bumper, which could cause him a problem over, it's caused him so much of a problem he is for the pits. So Josh North, despite not having lost a position in all of that, but that damage, I think he realised he's not going to make it home safely, so he's down into pit lane, and that will promote Matt Hipkins back into 2nd position, and Pete O'Connor right on his tail still, actually, in 3rd.
I think the team are trying to rip that off and see if they can get him back out into the race. No, Bonnet's up as well, so I think there's something more fundamental wrong there.
Like we saw in the previous race, Greg Hill gets quicker as the race goes on. He was 4 tenths quicker than Steve Richardson, just set the fastest lap in Class A, and he's 1.4 seconds behind. So I think the Class A battle is sort of backwards way around to what you'd expect. The race gets more exciting as the race gets on, gets closer. Richardson was very good at the start, wasn't he? Gained a lot of positions, but Greg Hill, the RC pro racer, is chasing after him.
Josh North out of the car, by the way, now.
Okay, so he doesn't have much luck, really, does he? Josh North in one way or another. Paul Clark there, he's still in 3rd position in the class. He's kind of living with Greg Hill at this stage, and then they're quite a bit ahead of Mark Witherington, the former MG racer. But up front, Ransom now about 3 seconds ahead as David Redshaw's had an off, hasn't he, down there at Tower, the Sheffield man in his 3rd season. But Prato's back out there, isn't he? He's just ahead of the race leader. As I say, he's got a 3-second lead down Ransom over this close battle for 2nd.
Yeah, so DePrato, I'm not sure how much longer he's going to stay out, but he is out at the moment at least. But the car sounding rather sick, and it's going to be passed by the race leader, Darren Ransom, who has got quite a healthy lead now over Matt Hipkins in second place, Peter O'Connor up to third, Chris Lawrence up to fourth, and the gap between Richardson and Hill has done what this time? It is down to 0.7 of a second, because Hill's on a PB that time, a 1:39.950.
It's quicker than he went in race one.
Yeah.
So Hipkins and O'Connor are going to catch DePrato at the chicane, which is awkward for the pair of them. But I think Matt Hipkins read that quite well, and he has kept the margin over O'Connor. But yeah, in the background, the two 182s, the Class A leaders, are together now. So Greg Hill is putting the pressure on Steve Richardson. I don't think Greg has won in the class before, so that will be his aim, you have to think. The driver from Derby in his the ex-Kevin Condon car. We haven't seen Kevin out lately, have we?
No.
He was a long time 750 Road Club competitor, but there they are, absolutely together now, the Class A 182s. They're pulled away from Paul Clark, but Greg Hill is going to put the pressure on Steve Richardson here, I think.
Once again, apologies on the stream that we don't have a couple of our cameras up at the top of the circuit, but we'll hopefully get that fixed in due course. We have the cars about to head into the complex once again. Here is the race leader, Darren Ransom, nearly 3 seconds ahead at the start of the lap. He's going to get two more laps to go. Oh, and the side by side, and a contact there, and that's Hipkins that's run wide there, and it's O'Connor therefore that's gone through into second place. So O'Connor to second, and down to third has gone the race one winner, Matt Hipkins. They're fortunately far enough ahead of anyone else for that not to really cause them any bother in terms of Chris Lawrence, who actually seemed to be a bit further away than I expected him to be.
Yeah, like the earlier race, he's fallen away as the race has gone on. Been a few more bits of contact in this, nothing sort of overly major, but we're seeing a few incidents out there that might get looked at post-race. So the cars then turn their way through this 8th lap of the race, penultimate lap now we think, and Darren Ransom looking good to put sort of the wrongs of the problem earlier into a better position. He's sort of going to play a bit of catch up in the championship, isn't he? It goes on, but he certainly seems to have the pace here to open out the year, and I kind of wondered if this what might happen for Darren Ransom, because he was clearly, him and Jack Kingsbury were clearly a bit quicker than the rest last year on a regular basis, weren't they? And with Kingsbury not here, now Ransom takes up that mantle up front. Maybe on raw pace, the others aren't that far away, but he can consistently be there, and that means he's able to pull clear. And there'll be a lap to go at the end of this. Here he comes into the complex. Second and third are still together though, aren't they? So Matt Hipkins is fighting back.
Certainly is. And yeah, one lap to go at the end of this one. And they're turning their way through the hairpin for what will be the penultimate time in this race. As far as Class A is concerned, we'll see if we can pick this one up as well, perhaps as they come over the line and down towards Clairvaux, because you've got the red and black car of Steve Richardson and Greg Hill in the bright green car. They're right together. Cars 7 and 75 in the lead of the race. On that occasion, the gap came down by a couple of tenths. It's been a bit elastic. There we are. We can see them turning their way through Clairvaux and Hawthorne now. So Class A not yet fully decided, I don't think, Josh.
No, and I think Hill's probably closer at this point with a lap to go than he was earlier, and they're catching Chris Lawrence. That could be a little bit of added moment for Richardson, the leader. It's been a good day so far for Steve Richardson here at Croft. It's been a good day for Greg Hill really as well, hasn't it? He's started the season very strongly. They go out of Tower. They're still in that order. They've really pulled away from Paul Clark here, who's there in third. And in turn, he's a long way clear of Mark Witherington.
That's right. Clock has counted down to 0 then in this VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship race. It's looking like it's going to be a first win of the season for Darren Ransom. He had 6 last year. And here he comes into the complex for the final time. It's not been straightforward, but he has managed to ease away to a lead of more than 4 seconds in the end over the rest of the field. There was, of course, those early skirmishes with Matt Hipkins, but it's Ransom out of the final corner and past the checker flag to take the win in the VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship. Second place goes the way of Pete O'Connor in number 72. Third goes the way of the race one winner, Matt Hipkins. And up to the line now comes the battle for the Class A victory, and Greg Hill couldn't quite do it, could he? He was, in the end, about 0.4 of a second behind Steve Richardson, who therefore completes the double win in Class A. So he's going to be an early championship leader, I think, isn't he, with 2 wins there, whereas we've had 2 different winners in Class B, Josh.
Yes, that's right. Has Scott Carruthers come through at the end there? I don't think he did he? Out of 9th position. He was having a good run, one of the newcomers. So that's going to promote Christina Lowe, isn't it, up into 9th overall. And David Redshaw recovered well from his off to complete the top 10. Oh, Oscar Swanton went dropping down the order as well towards the end. So a couple of the newcomers who had been having strong races had problems towards the end of the race by the looks of things. But yeah, Scott Carruthers hasn't come through on that final lap yet.
No, that's a shame. It's still yet to appear, I think. Just having a look. He has now continued. He did have an off, but he has been delayed. But I think he will ultimately come through to take the checker flag at the end of that second race of the weekend for the VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship. They do have a third one tomorrow. Hopefully one or two of those that had problems in that race will get their cars fixed and will get them back out into the race. Let's have a look at the results of race 2 of the weekend, though. It was a win then for number 30, Darren Ransom, taking the honours at the end of 9 laps. He won by 4.3 seconds from number 72, Peter O'Connor, in second place. Third place was number 12, Matt Hipkins, and fourth was number 56, Chris Lawrence. Winning Class A in 5th place over was number 7, Steve Richardson. Completing the podium in that class was 75, Greg Hill in 6th, and 82, Paul Clark in 7th. Mark Withington, number 18, took 8th position. Christina Lowe was 9th in number 33, and number 11, David Redshaw, completed the top 10 ahead of Oscar Swanton, Graham Bishop, Ryan Earl, and Steve Croxford, with Scott Carruthers, yes, he did take the checkered flag in the end, some way down in 15th position, and the only other finisher, although he did have a pit lane visit, was Joey DePrato in the number 29 car. Those are the 16 finishers from the VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship race. Right, we should have one more race to come this afternoon, a modest amount of clearing up to be done before then, but Marshall's already getting out onto the grid, I can see, for the final race of the day, which is going to be for the Calm All Porsche Trophy. But before that, we'll head down to Tom Butterworth in the pit lane.
Well, welcome back to the pit lane. We've got Darren Ransom just getting his kit off, so to speak. His race kit, his gloves and his helmet. He's going to step out and we'll have a little chat with him, see how that one was. Well, that one looked a bit lively.
Hard work. It's probably the best start I've made. Yeah, after the first race, where I've had to change the clutch in between. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's all right. Yeah.
So busy race and a busy in between races.
Yeah, busy afternoon. Yeah. Running off, getting parts, and but yeah, the car's been good all weekend. It was good last year when we was here, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's got better, I think.
Nice move down the it started off at Tower, didn't it, and then it carried on through the complex. And
yeah, I don't know what happened. He sort of, I don't know if he was trying to back up or whatever, but yeah, I just managed to go around the outside of him and yeah, make it stick. I think I got a bit of damage on the rear quarter.
Yeah, well
to the hairpin.
I reckon there's a hip kiss bumper style dent in the side of your.
Yeah, it probably is. It felt like it.
I reckon we can match it up.
Yeah, it looks like it.
DNA match the paint.
Yeah. I haven't checked the damage yet, but hope it's not too bad, but I'm sure it'll be alright.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be alright for race 3.
Bit of tea.
Yeah, polish out, won't it?
Great stuff. Well, congratulations to you. We'll see if we can grab Pete, who went P3 in race 1 and P2 in race 2.
Yeah.
And now we've got hopefully P1 in race 3. Is
That's
that the plan?
I'm working up to it, right? I need a good dinner tonight and
It's
see how it
easy
goes.
way into the weekend.
Yeah, I made it hard work though. I got a terrible start and like a few got past me, so down to 5th, and then I had to make some moves. Unfortunately, Josh hit the tyre stack out the back and knocked his thing off, and then I think Darren and Hipkins got together, but yeah, then managed to get Hipkins just round the back. So yeah, good race really. I'm struggling a bit down the straights, but made it round the corner. So
It's a good move down the inside into the complex as well. Firm but fair.
yeah.
It's one that we've practiced many times.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it was firm, but as I said to Hipkins, I think it was fair. But if not, get called. But no, it was a good move and a great race. So yeah, pleased with that.
Great stuff. Congratulations, Pete. And very quickly have a chat with Matt Hipkins. Matt,
I'm Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, last year you called him Darren, and I'm Steve.
That's because you're next.
He's
to
here. You want to go and see him first?
Sorry. Right. Sorry. Round the wrong way. Right, Matt. So a few adventures in that one, particularly through the complex.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rough ride, but we got through it. So yeah, there's a few love taps, and I also caught Darren in that last hairpin, which was I was completely locked up there. So, but yeah, I think I need to get the string line back on the car because it felt all over the place after that first wallop I took. So there we go. Yeah, win some, lose some.
Exactly, win some, lose some. Obviously, won one already this week.
Yeah.
P3 still going to be happy with that for the championship.
Exactly. Yeah, can't complain of that at all. So so we'll get working on the car this evening and see how we go.
Great stuff. Thanks, Matt.
Brilliant.
Thanks very much. Right, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Here he is.
Steve. That's Stephen.
It's because you were next to Matt's car. That's what threw me.
That's it.
But yeah, another win.
Yeah. Greg put me on a bit of pressure that one, which is great because he's my teammate. So it's showing that my son set the car up amazingly, too well. But we'll just go. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's enjoying it. Let's see what the third race tomorrow's got to hold. But I mean, I love this sport, man. There's nothing more like it, is it?
It's the smells that get me. The smell. You don't get smell-o-vision at home, but. No, I'm fine for that. Thank you. No, definitely don't want to sniff of that. Moving on, ladies and gents. We've got the Calm All Porsche Trophy coming up right now. They're already out on the grid, so they'll be heading off very shortly.